All right, ladies and gentlemen, the riots outside the San Jose Trump rally the other day. Listen to the media defend the rioters.
That awful egging of the Trump supporter in San Jose is, I think you can't separate it from the egging on, no pun intended, in North Carolina and elsewhere that he did at his rallies. And what we've come to is a really bad place.
All right, this is nothing short of sick and defending rioters. Then the egging of the woman at the rally, she says it's the egging on of Trump that led to it. Well, you know what? I think Hillary eggs me on. I don't like things she says. I don't like being lied to. I don't like being lied to. I don't like her policies. I don't like what she's threatening to do on immigration and the Second Amendment. So what does that mean? I have a right to go to a Hillary rally and start attacking people when they come out because Hillary egged me on in my own sick mind? What does that mean? She's defending violence, and it wasn't just eggs. People were beaten, and she's defending it. And she is not alone. Here's David Brooks, Republican columnist for the New York Times.
I agree that the victims were the Trump supporters. That's clear from the videos that we've seen. Who it helps and hurts, I suspect it won't have a big effect either way, but you can argue it both ways. For Trump supporters or people who are pre-convinced to support Donald Trump, it vindicates a lot of their worldview. And so it will solidify his support. But the only time I can really think of political violence really having a political effect was 1968 in Chicago.
Very much so.
And that, in that case, it was sort of intra-left, but it certainly hurt the Democrats because there was an aura of disarray.
I mean, the analysis, well, you ain't heard nothing yet about his view. Here it is.
So one can see among independent voters and who are just nervous about Trump as a phenomenon, the fact that there's all this violence and all this drama surrounding the whole Trump phenomenon could be nervous-making, and it could drive some people. I doubt either way it'll have a massive effect. But it's just a bunch of young thugs who like to punch somebody.
It's just a bunch of young thugs that like to punch somebody. And who wasn't a young thug that liked to punch somebody? I mean, we can't. They're just young thugs who like to punch somebody. That's all they are. You believe this garbage? Do you believe this asinine, blind defense of organized, radical, leftist, anti-American, flag-burning scum who beat people up in the street? They're just a bunch of young thugs who like to punch somebody. Trump egged them on. Wow. If any of this, God forbid, took place outside a Hillary rally, oh my God. And rightfully so. But it should be the same oh my God for this. More.
We've always had protests as part of the political discourse. I mean, every 4 years, there's the little section for the protesters at whatever convention. This just seems different.
I think it is. I mean, I think Donald Trump, it's part of his shtick, is he plays to the audience and to those who do protest inside and don't go easy, help them out, get them out of here. That is part of his routine, his political routine, and part of his political appeal. But that in no way it justifies or vindicates putting police officers at risk or attacking other people physically.
It's Mark Shields, the real admitted liberal, who is saying, I don't care what Trump does at rallies. I don't care what he says, get him out. It doesn't justify the violence. And then you got this phony, fake, if there's a definition, a picture of rhino in the dictionary next to rhino, okay, R-I-N-O, Republican in name only, it's this Brooks character. They're just a bunch of young thugs who like to punch people. They'll go away, you know? And he didn't give up. More.
It's a group of people who like violence. They tend to be young men, and Trump happens to generate this sort of excitement that gives them a pretext.